welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today I wanted to talk about something that literally just popped into my head. And this is about being a good friend, showing up in that relationship. I personally feel like relationships within friendships are so important. They're so dynamic. They really, if you ask me personally, they really take so much more than we give them credit. They really take so much more commitment than we even realize. You have sandbox friends. Think about that. You have friends who, through your family, you were born into this world with this friend. Born it's close in age, similar time. Your parents raised you up together with this person, and then you went through life with this person, almost as at a default. And you look up and you can say you have 30 plus years with this person. Family is going to be a given. Family is going to be those ones there. You know they're going to be there. You know that dynamic is a very blah, 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 blah. Family can be whatever you make it. You can have adopted family. You can have foster families and all these things. And families go through their ups and downs. You can write off family. You can adopt a new family. You can say, well, she won't like my mama, but this woman was. Or my grandmother was like my mother. Or, my birth siblings weren't necessarily close with me. But again, these other friendships that I chose, that I worked on, that we grew together, that we went through life together. What does that look like? And I just think, I know for me personally, I think I'm so thankful for my friendships of 10, 15, and one of my friendships, even though we don't talk every day, we don't talk every month. We might even just talk at each other's, major life milestones, when she had her baby reveal, when she had her baby shower. We're obviously social media friends, but even that friendship, I know if I called her right now, she would be so glad to hear from me. We could pick up right where we left off and laugh and catch up and talk, because our families are connected and we were raised together. I don't take those for granted, because when you look at actual love, romantic relationships, you look at how fragile they are. You look at how much you pour into them, and you really are on eggshells in the sense of it's conditional. So if that person doesn't, check all your boxes or betrays you in some way, disappoints you in some way, you have every right, and vice versa, for them to say, this doesn't work in my life anymore. I'm just gonna let that rain. This doesn't, this is, or we have done all that we can. This has been great. This has been fun. But now my life is taking me this way, that way, or, you deserve better, or whatever excuse or reasoning there is behind, how those type of relationships dissolve. Whereas friendships, I have a friend who, he'll get in his mind that he has a political stance that he wants to take, or he's needs to work some things out. He will distance himself. We have done that many a time. But my love for him and our connection trumps all those other things. So I give him his space, and he comes back around. Now, he hasn't done that in years, and he actually has outgrown that behavior. But when it was very clear that that was one of his things, it never even involved a falling out or a confrontation or an explanation. It just was what it was. But my love for him, our history, our bond, it was just another part of, it was just a thing. And also too, I was talking to my sister, when you are there for your friends, you're not all going to be alike. Everyone can't be like you. You don't need to change or fix anyone. I think my personality is to sweep in and say, oh my God, you gotta just, I want to fix. I want to recommend. I want to suggest. I want to come in and tell you how to live your life and what to do so that you can be better. Not because I think I'm over you, I know more than you, you're doing your life wrong. Look, your life wrong. But because my love for you, I want you to be happy. I want you to feel like don't doubt yourself, don't question yourself. Don't let anyone, dim your light and question, make you like feel like you're not enough and you're doing it wrong, blah blah blah. No, you gotta and I want to rush people to this like utopia of healing and like getting over it and being unbothered so that they can be happy. I want them to be happy like I'm happy. I'm like, but it's something that my girlfriend said to me that really struck a chord in me, in addition to, I'm going to wrap up what my sister said, which was she took a day and she just rested and, she just didn't get out of bed. And at first I wanted to say, girl, I would not let you just, be depressed and be in the bed. I would blah, 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 get you up. We got to go. We got to go. And I was like, but if that's what she feels like she needs to do, then as her friend, I will support her in that. Sometimes maybe I need to lay down, sit down and be quiet and be chill and relax. Maybe that's what that time in her life is calling for. But as her friend, I can support her in that. As her friend, I can say, well, whenever you're ready to get up, I'm here. Whatever you feel like you need, I'm here. Whatever it is that's got you feeling like you need to lay down, I'm here. My sister was saying, maybe people don't always need a solution. They just need you to listen. And when I was talking to a gentleman and he opened up to me about some things that he was going through, I heard my sister's voice and I was like, don't try to tell this man what to do. Now, when I had a thought, I asked him, do you mind if I share with you what I think? He said, go right ahead. Instead of blasting and saying what you need to do is blah, 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 blah. Because as a friend, you're supporting their own decisions. You're already coming to a place of like, I'm gonna stay neutral because I can't live your life for you. You know what I mean? You can't live your life for me. We're not taking the position of, parenting, a role of authority, blah, 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 blah. Friendship is support. Friendship is the love and the kindness that comes from understanding, listening, just being there, your presence. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to fix you. You don't need my money. You don't need for me to, do any of these crazy things. Just pick up the phone, listen, be there, understand, relate. And if you ask, that's different. If you, what would you do? That's different. Can you help me? That's different. But 9 times out of 10, we're all adults. We have the answers inside of us. And so, and I have been there. I have needed to flush things out. And I talked to my girlfriend and I'm like, but see, I knew that. And she's like, yeah. And even the newer friendships that you cultivate in your 30s, I have seen it said that sometimes the older you get, the less friends you make or retain. You can have coworkers, that is a category. You can have acquaintances, that is a category of, and neighbors and people in your community that you can speak and be polite to, but, do they come in your home? Do they know all your business? Do they know your life story? Nah, not necessarily. But being okay with those categories and where you fit in where people fit in your life, everybody isn't going to bleed over into all these other different things. And being okay with that. I was fortunate enough to have another friend that latched onto my life later in years, but we still had known each other for some years before we both kind of said we are close and we do life together and we have a bond. It was kind of like, it was so natural and seamless, but it did take time. And she is like a sister to me. And I think because of the circles that we were running in, our similar experiences, our similar personalities, our all of that, really over time, as we got to know each other, we learned about each other, began to trust each other and share with each other. And then, of course, working with coworkers can turn, not every coworker, but coworkers can turn into that because you do have a bond. But we also leave work with work. It's not always work. Talk about this coworker, talk about that coworker, talk about da 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 da. We really truly have a friendship bond because of our interests, because of our, just whatever we have going on. that is special in and of itself, again, because once you get in your 30s, you're really settling into this place where it's like, what is mine is mine. What's for me is going to come to me. I'm not out here like I need friends, or I am alone, or I am lonely. And as you go along your self-care journey and your self-love journey, even with romantic partners,